buy prettier knives so you do more damage. But here we go. We are actually underway with a knife round. Believe it or not, it has happened.
This is actually kind of crazy, folks, that we are actually in a knife round. And this game is underway. We'll see how this plays out as they do. Oh, okay. I do still see some people running around Fountain right now. Not running around 3 or 4 times like I suggested. But it is going to be a 3v2 here in favor of Stratos eSports. And now it is going to be a 1v1. And it is going to be Zero coming out on top. And so we'll see what they decide to, what side they decide to pick here. It does look like they are going to go to CT side, which I was about to ask you, Schmeck. Would you pick CT side if you won the pistol round?
Yeah, I think CT side is where I would go to hopefully get some momentum going into early into the game and try and put yourself in a place where you don't have to win as many 2 rounds. It's a CT-sided map, so if you're going into a game against another confident team, it's a good idea to make sure you get as many beneficial or favored rounds in as you possibly can. So I think I agree with their choice to go CT here.
And what would your opening round pistol strat be if you were team restrict? Obviously, they're going to be starting on the T side. What would you do if you were them?
So, because you're going to be running around with likely a lot of Glocks, personally, I like to hit the A site because you don't have to deal with as many long-distance angles, but the problem is actually getting to the A site, you have to deal with quite a bit of distance. So my team would actually go down the ladder towards B. Instead of going through the door, we would come up through connector and then hit short A, trying to minimize the amount of long-distance fights we were getting in. So that's how I would do the pistol. We could also see like a 1 or 2 smoke pop flash play here, or maybe just, a blind tech rush. You never really know what the team they're going to do.
That's actually a good point. I feel like this is a map that you see just a lot of straight up rushes on. I mean, maybe it's just me, and maybe it happens on a lot of maps. I just don't comprehend that, or just don't notice it. But it seems like on this map, you do find the T's just straight out rushing. 5 guys just as fast as they can up to the bomb site. Without much smokes or pop flashes, or if there are smokes or pop flashes, real last minute, right before they push on site. Is that something you see too, and that's just a part of the map, or?
Yeah, I think that comes into this being one of those maps that people aren't that comfortable with as a strat caller. It's really easy to say rush B. It's really hard to say, we want 3 people to set up long A, 2 come through connector and do smokes and flashes. So I think it's just an ease. It's really easy to rush sites. So I think that's kind of what happens. But here we go. We're about to get underway.
And we'll see what Team Restrict decides to do on this pistol round. It is going to be Watson here carrying that bomb for his team at the moment. And
that's a lot of nades out of the T's. I'm interested to see how this goes.
Yeah, that actually is a lot. 3 flashes, 2 nades, and 1 smoke coming in from Team Restrict right now. We'll see what they decide to do, and it does look like it is going to be a 2-3 split here. Actually, it is going to be that ass working up towards bathrooms here. The rest of his team members are going to come up here on the outside of restrooms as well. It is going to be Watson leading the way for his team into the A bomb site here. And it's going to be Zero able to pick one there up. Zero going to find a second one as well. Captain also going to go ahead and trade that out. And Rexy going to do the same thing as well. So now it is going to be Planks and Dadass up for Team Restrict here. We'll see if they can pull this one out. The bomb will be planted. It is going to be Q's finding the 1 headshot there. And it is going to be Q's following it up with the second one as well. So that makes a very, very nice opening round for Stratos eSports.
One thing I saw there from Stratos that I really liked is they were pushed up in A looking for that early pressure. And when they saw it, instead of engaging, they fell back to the A site, which is a more favorable spot for them to pick that fight. And Team Restrict just ran right into him, kind of like you mentioned, just rushed right into that bomb site, threw some nades, but they really didn't do anything for them. So really, really solid round for Stratos. Good team play and good awareness of the rush.
And with that 1-0 scoreboard, Stratos eSports obviously picking up the first round. We'll see what Team Restrict decides to do, and it is going to be 3 members of Team Restrict making their way down to sewers. And it is going to be the boost coming in from Rexy with that FAMAS. He's going to find the head of Dadass there. And so this is going to make it a good round so far for Stratos eSports. It is going to be 5-4 here. It is going to be Jersey able to find one as well. So now making it 5-3. It will be Planks getting dropped as well by Q's. And so now Team Restrict kind of just unsure of what to do as they hang around in sewers here. It is going to be Captain and Watson up for Team Restrict, kind of both watching both ends of this short pipe. And it is going to be Q's kind of pushing up short B there as well. We'll see what they decide
Really
to
good.
do.
Really good job by Stratos here in staying in their formation, not losing anyone early, and not getting pushy and pushing into these pistols. Just being very disciplined. That's what you like to see in these early rounds.
And it will be Q's finding another headshot there from the FAMAS. And it is going to be Q's finally finishing the round off with another headshot. So that does make a 3K for him, and I believe actually 3 headshots as well. So a good round from Q's.
Yeah, Stratos really early, not going into any pistol traps, not falling into any easy picks. So we're actually going to see the T's buy up here. So it's going to be interesting to see if the CTs are going to be ready for this or not.
And we'll see what they decide to do with this buy coming in. We do see 4 AKs and a P90. It will be Drubo here, dropping down a ladder, making his way probably to stairs and connector area. There's going to be Dadass and Planks in sewers. We do see the other 3 members of Team Restrict up in playground area as well. Excuse me, the other 2. And it will be Captain there as well as his teammate Watson. And it's going to be Watson checking long here. And we'll see if he can make something happen. It's going to be Planks, Dadass, and Drubo down towards that sewers area. And it does look like Planks is going to try to get some information on this boost. He does spot one of Stratos eSports member. He's going to go ahead and spot Jersey there. And it will be Dadass moving in with the P90, but he's going to get dropped there by Jersey. And that Planks is going to go ahead and reclaim the bomb here. So now it is going to be a 5v4. Planks down to 41 as a result of that engagement as well. And now they do make their way up the stairs here and make their way towards the B-bomb site. It is going to be Captain pushing in. He's going to find one on 0, but it is going to be Sarge able to trade that out as well. Sarge picking a second one there up on Watson. He's going to hit the third one as well with a nice headshot coming on Drubo. And it will be Planks trying to make something happen. He does pick up the frag there on Sarge. And now, with 7 health left, he will have to make something happen with just under 15 seconds remaining in this round.
We're seeing the T's being extremely passive. You saw they were in a 5-man split all across the site. We were talking earlier about how this is one of those maps where you need to really push your numbers advantage if you want to win rounds as a T-sided team, in my experience. So it's interesting to see how passive they were playing, going for the individual picks on, different pieces of the map instead of grouping up and executing as a team. It's going to be interesting to see if they continue to go for that, or if they're maybe just trying to get some early information onto how Stratos is actually holding this site.
What did you think of the boost coming in from, I believe it was Planks and, I don't know the other guy who was down there, boosting over the wall out at sewers and trying to get some information on that B-bomb site?
It's not at all a bad boost, but they don't have any way to take action on their information. Like, let's say they see it was completely open. They still have 2 people up by long A, so it's not like they can do an effective push anyways. I think that if they want to be taking risky boosts like that, they need to be able to act on that information. And it didn't look like they were able to.
And it will be 0 with the AWP. He picks up the opening frag there. And can he find the second one here on Watson? He's going to get pushed. And Watson with that P250 here, and it is going to be 0 trying to fall back to sight here, it looks like. And he's going to actually stay, and it's going to be Watson pushing it. It's going to be 0 hitting that shot in the close quarter situation with that AWP there. And so now it is going to be a 5v3, Tech 9, P250, and an AK up for Team Restrict. And it is going to be Captain coming out with a P250 making a nice headshot. He's going to find a second one there on Sarge. And so that makes the A bomb site here pretty much clear, and it is going to be Q's having to come in and play the retake here in this 3v3 situation. We'll see how this decides to play out for them. It's going to be Q's in bank here. He's going to go ahead and throw that nade over the truck, and it is going to be Jersey able to find one there in Drubo. And now it is going to be Captain and Dadass up for Team Restrict. And it is going to be Captain getting dropped there, but not after he picks up one. And it will be Rexy finding the final frag of the round.
Really strong retake by the CTs there. I thought when they lost the site to 3 players, there was no way they were going to get it back. But really strong plays coming back in, using team fights, using pop flashes, and recontrolling the site. Right there, we saw a little bit more aggression. The T's were able to get right up to the site and push in as a team, and we were able to see them take the site. So it'll be interesting to see this round if they continue to follow that play style that was effective for them in the past.
And it is going to be 4 AKs coming in. Now 5 for Team Restrict. It does look like they are going to go ahead and send 2 members down towards the B bomb site and sending 3 to A side. It is going to be Captain.
Falling back into their default from 2 rounds ago.
And it is going to be that smoke coming in from Rexy, smoking out that long pipe. So if they do decide to go anywhere on the B bomb site, Dadass is carrying that bomb, but that will be slowed down a little bit by that smoke. Well, and again, Schmeck, it seems like they're playing very, very slow right now. Almost look like they're trying to get information or picks.
It looks like they're waiting for the CTs to push them, but I don't think that the CTs are interested at all. You see all 5 of their players are safely within bomb sites. So, I mean, the Ts have the ability to walk 5 guys up to a site here, but they're just choosing not to, choosing to play for that information in the boost instead.
And it is going to be Captain in restrooms here. We'll see decide what he wants to do here. And it is going to be Planks able to find one there. And it is going to be Rexy able to trade that out. It's going to be Dadass able to pick up the trade kill as well. And Q's finding a trade as well. And now it is going to be Drubo finding a frag there on Q's. 0 also with that AWP able to pick one up as well. So now it is going to be a 2v2 here. Sarge and 0 up for Stratos eSports. And it will be Sarge able to find one on there on Captain. And 0 is going to follow it up with another nice headshot coming in from the P250 on Watson.
Once again, we see the T's able to take the site, but the CT's able to take it right back. They're making good plays, but maybe they need to throw some sooner smokes, or maybe, you know, execute into the site. It kind of looks like they're just willing to push in and just take the CTs as they are, and I think that that's kind of why they're not winning rounds right here. This is, like I said, one of those maps where it's really hard to know what to do because you have some, you know, very little experience. But here we see no default. They're going right for the B site.
And this looks like it is just going to be an aggressive push out long here. It is going to be Watson pushing out with that pop flash. It is going to be Rexy playing at that barrels position. It is going to be Watson able to find a headshot there in Jersey. Q's going to pick up 2 big frags there on Captain and Drubo. And it is going to be a 3v4 now. Still in favor of Stratos eSports right now. And it will be Dadass able to find a frag there on Rexy. So now it is going to be a 3v3. That bomb will be planted from Planks. It seemed like he had a little bit of trouble finding out where to put that. And it will be Q's able to pick 2 big frags there and make that a third for Q's as he finds the third one with that 5-7.
Q's with the ace that round. Absolutely huge plays. Completely able to hold off that push nearly single-handedly. Amazing plays out of Q's that round.
And Q's doing very, very well right now, leading his team at 11-2. So his play right now, if you're an in-game leader, you got to be pretty happy with Q's frags right now. Really, basically shutting down anything that Team Restricts wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, send him Q's way all day is what their IGL is thinking right now. I couldn't be happier.
And we'll see if 0 can find an opening frag here with that AWP. He's going to be playing at a restroom. That will be a pre-nade coming in there from Captain. And luckily for 0, he is going to be playing a little bit farther back than he normally has in the last couple rounds. And it is going to be Dadass working alone down at the B bomb site with Planks now, and he moves in to meet up with his team members in Sewer. And
one unfortunate thing is I thought that the T pressure was something that was actually going to help them start winning rounds. I still think that that might be something that they need, but Q's with such a huge play completely turned them off the idea, and we see them going right back to that default from previous rounds. And
we do see this boost coming in. It's going to be a nade coming in from Rexy, doing a little bit of damage to Dadass and Plank there, and some information gathering coming in from Planks right now. But as you said before, it doesn't seem like they're going to act on it, and maybe they will this time. It is going to be Planks pushing into short here. And we'll see if he can pick up any frags. It is going to be Rexy there on his right. Rexy going to go ahead and throw that molly down. He's going to have to push. Planks going to have to push as a result of this. As he's going to be Drubo able to find one, but Rexy will pick up the molly kill on Planks. Drubo going to go ahead and find a second one there. So now this site is open. And it will be Q's having to hold off the Team Restrict once again. It is going to be Q's getting dropped there. So now they're going to have to do a 2v4 retake here and see if they can defuse this bomb. It will be 0 working with that AWP. And he is going to probably go on the upper here. It does look like they might be deciding just to fall out and save for the next round. It will be Sarge getting taken out there, but 0 able to pick up the final frag.
Yeah, it looks like he might be able to save this hop after all, which would be a big thing. We've seen 0 making some really good plays and keeping them out of sights early. It would be really nice for Stratos if they could keep that on him, but I have a feeling that Restrict is going to do anything they can to get that hop out of their hand.
Oh,
his hands.
And it will be 0 able to find the frag there on Dadass, but unfortunately Woodson, I guess, will come up from behind and pick up the frag and secure that AWP for his team. And now we do see a match pause coming in. Did you happen to see who called the pause here?
I did not, but
okay,
it looks like it must have been Restrict.
Yeah, it does seem like it is Restrict, as we do see. I think that is their captain messaging in chat there. So what are you seeing right now from both teams? What are you liking? What are you disliking?
It looks like the T's are kind of finally figuring out where the CTs are playing and being able to trade into those positions. Early round, obviously, after the pistols, we were able to see the CTs playing sites and winning those 1v1 fights on the T's as they entered, or at least taking the retakes. But it looks like with every single take, the T's become more and more comfortable with how the CTs are playing it and are starting to figure it out. So I have a feeling that we're either going to see the CTs mix it up and take back some map control, or we're going to see the T's maybe start a run right here. We'll see.
And it is going to be Vex. Go ahead.
This is one of those rounds that's super important. You look at the money on both teams. I mean, whoever loses this round is going to be more than likely on a save, so this round could be worth 2.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens as well, as we do see Vex coming in for the captain. So the captain was a late joiner before for Team Restrict, so I guess his computer issues or internet issues, whatever they may be, have not been resolved, unfortunately. So they're going to go ahead and get a sub in here to finish out this game, presumably. We'll see what they decide to do. It is going to be Planks pushing down long here. He's going to creep around the corner. He's going to get the frag there on Rexy with a nice headshot. It will be Watson pushing in with that AWP as well, trying to maybe find a second frag on this A site. It is, or excuse me, on this B site. It is going to be Jersey playing down in this water position, kind of pit position behind the B bomb site. And he's now going to be backed up with a few of his teammates. So Team Restrict almost kind of missing the opportunity there to capitalize on an opening pick at the B bomb site, but it does look like they are just going to go ahead and bring the bomb back to the A bomb site. It will be Sarge here, and now he is blinded and smokes are coming in, so he should be calling for his team to rotate back up to the B bomb site and help him out here. Can he get enough frags to stay alive and hold this one out? It is going to be a 1v5 basically for him, and it is going to be Watson able to find the opening frag there on Jersey. Unfortunately, Dat Ass will find a frag there on Sarge, and Drubo is also going to follow it up as well. And now Sarge will just go ahead, excuse me, as Q's will just go ahead and save.
It looks like the T's are figuring out that they're not going to get flanked, they're not going to get any early pressure, and that they can pretty much pick whatever side they want. You know, Stratos had the advantage of the doubt from the T's early on when they, you know, were checking all their corners. They were doing a default. They were being really careful in case Stratos pushed. And when, you know, Restrict figured out that Stratos wasn't going to push them, and, you know, they're figuring out that they can kind of just bully into sites. And so Stratos is going to have to do something here, or they're going to just get round after round taken off of them.
And so it is going to make it 6-1, or excuse me, 6-2, as Team Restrict picks up that previous round. And it does seem like it is going to be a P250 buy basically coming in for Stratos eSports right now. Q's the only one with that M4A4. He was able to save it from the previous round. And we'll see what...
I'd really like to see some aggression out of them here.
Aggression from the T's or the CTs?
From the CTs. I'd like to see the CTs push into the T's and try and cause some early pressure. Take away the confidence that the T's have to just march into sites right now.
It is going to be Dat Ass able to pick up 2 big frags there. Jersey going to go ahead and finally trade that out. It will be Planks here, missing the opportunity to find a frag there on Jersey. But Watson going to go ahead and capitalize with that AWP, finding one on Rexy. And so now this is going to be a 3v2 situation now in favor of Team Restrict. 2 AKs and AWP. It is going to be Q's finding the frag there, so now it is going to be all of a sudden Watson up all alone, as Jersey was able to find one there on Vex as well. So Watson with that AWP going to hit the first shot there on Q's. Can he find another one here and clutch it up against Jersey? Jersey, no armor, full health, and a P250 and a chance to get a 3K for the round. Watson can do the same if he finds a frag on Jersey here as well. That bomb is down in the middle of sight, unfortunately. So Watson going to go ahead and trade out his AK-47 for an AWP and see if he can make something happen here. Jersey just slowly hiding behind those sandbags. And look at this, Watson going to go ahead and pick up that bomb and escape to the A bomb site. And we'll see what Jersey decides to do. Jersey looking for a gun. He does go ahead and pick up that AK-47. And he's going to be hot on the tail of Watson here. Watson should be getting this bomb down pretty soon. And there we go. That bomb will be planted. We see
I think
Jersey.
he was worried about the guy going around through connector and picking him up from A.
Now the bomb will be planted. He moved bomb plant spots, which is interesting. And so it will be Jersey creeping around on truck. He does spot him there, not able to connect any shots there, unfortunately. And it is going to be Jersey getting dropped there from a nice headshot coming in from Watson. So Watson going to go ahead and win the round for his team.
Really strong plays from him. Good situational awareness and team calls to know where the last player was, and a really good play to decide to go up to A. I mean, I really was impressed with his decisions there. And once again, low money for Stratos. Are they going to save, or are they going to try and force up and stop the bleeding here?
does seem like Team Restrict is on a little bit of a roll as of late. Kind of figuring out a strategy that's working against Stratos. It does look like they're kind of going right back to it, pushing out aggressively out along here with a pop flash coming in. It's going to be Planks and Dadass going to go ahead and push out long. It is going to be Zero, Sarge, and Rexy able to pick up frags. Watson and Drubo as well for Team Restrict. Plank's going to find one. Drubo also going to go ahead and find his second, and it will be Sarge following to Planks as Planks finds a 2K as well for the round.
Yeah, we're seeing that Stratos is finally putting some pressure on Restrict like we were hoping that they would, and it's not winning them rounds, but even in pistols, it's killing 4 or 5 members, or 3 or 4 members every time, excuse me. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to keep that aggression up when they come into the night or the full buy, or if they're going to kind of fall back to their standard that we saw before the saves.
And here we go, another looks probably like a B execution again. I'll be interested to see whether they go ahead and commit, and it will be Dadass pushing out long pipe again, and he's going to go ahead and get dropped there by Rexy. Rexy able to find the opening frag. Jersey also going to go ahead and pick up one. It will be Planks able to trade that kill out on Rexy. Now Q is going to go behind the barrels. He's going to find one there. Vex is going to go ahead and trade that out for his team, so now it is going to be a 3v2. It will be Vex and Watson up for Team Restrict. Watson going to go ahead and get that bomb down, or at least fake it looks like. And now he's probably not a good idea. Now he's going to get caught in the middle of sight. Vex was able to find one there, but Jersey going to find the final 2 frags of the round.
Restrict finding that the B site is a vulnerability, getting 4 rounds out of it, and Stratos finally making, plugging the hole, so to speak. So it'll be interesting to see if Restrict is going to try something new now that they've been stopped, or if we're going to see just a battle for B site for the rest of this game.
And, I mean, Team Restrict has had success at the B site, so, I mean, it makes sense for them to continue to go there, and it does look like they might go there again, and no, it's going to be there, actually a 4v1 split here.
I think they're going to put one wide. They've been flanked through connector late every single round, so maybe they're going to set up a little trap for those flankers.
And we do see 4 members of Team Restrict here down in water and around the sewers area. It is going to be Watson making his way up through stairs as well. Maybe deciding to pick up some, lurk frags here. And Drubo coming up into restrooms as well. He makes his way towards long. It does look like they might be starting to try to feel out maybe an A execution here, Schmeck.
Yeah, it looks like if they're making some noise, they're pushing A. You'll notice the bomb is still firmly on that B site, so we're going to see these A site players drop back down through connector and hit B pretty soon here, or we're going to see an actual A execute. But it looks like they're actually just making some noise at A for show, and that they're going to be going right back to that B side of theirs.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Plank and his teammate Dadass, it doesn't look like they're really going to do much here. Besides, it doesn't look like they're going to move back up to the A-bomb site. And so this does look like it probably will end up being a fake, and it is going to go ahead and draw a few members of Stratos eSports out there. Will be Rexy able to find the opening frag, but unfortunately Planks, will find the trade kill. And now this bomb will be planted, and now the rotates coming in, obviously. They know this bomb is headed towards the B site, and it is going to be planted here as well. And it is going to be Q's getting dropped there from a nice headshot coming in from Planks, and Planks going to find a third with another headshot on Jersey. Are you kidding me, Planks? He is just absolutely doing work from the B bomb site right now, folks. And now as a result of that, it is going to be a 2v4. And it does look like they are just going to go ahead and save what they have until the next round.
Yeah, really smart play there by Restrict, kind of setting up in their default, making some noise at A, pulling some players away. Stratos hadn't seen anyone at A in a lot of rounds, so when they heard that A noise, they maybe over-rotated a little bit on not enough information. And then the next thing you know, you've got 4 people in your B site, and, the round is lost. So good on-the-fly calling from Restrict, way to, mix it up and make sure that they're not getting stagnant with their calls here. Really strong play out of them in the 12th round.
And so in this 13th round, Stratos eSports leading 7-5 over Team Restrict. A little bit of probably a closer game than most of Stratos eSports would have liked. But we'll just see how this CT side finishes out for them. And once again,
having money troubles once again.
Yeah, they're going to have to go, that's a good point, save here, all except for Zero. Zero obviously saving that AWP from the previous round, so we'll see if Zero can come up big for his team here. They definitely need him to, and it will be Drubo able to find the opening frag there on Sarge with that AK-47. And that nade there also does a lot of damage on the Stratos eSports. It will be Zero just a moment before that, able to find a frag there on Drubo. It's going to be Jersey with that 5-7, able to find one. It will be Hughes able to find one as well. Dadass coming into sight, able to find one. Watson also going to go ahead and pick up one as well. And now that bomb will be secured by Dadass, and he is going to go ahead and plant this. And it is all up to 0 now with that AWP in this 1v2 to make something happen, and maybe, possibly, securing this round for his team. Dadass going to push out. It is going to be 0 hitting the shot there. What a nice flick right onto the body of Dadass there. Able to pick up the frag. And now it is going to be 0 versus Watson here. Watson with that AK-47 at short. 0 with that AWP. He's checking his corners, seeing what he has to do to pick up this round. And he's going to be looking the right way. He hits the shot, folks. What a play coming in from 0. Able to pick up the final 2 frags and get that bomb defused, picking up the round for his team.
Wow, apparently the B side is not open for business. 0 with an absolutely huge retake there. We saw that, Team Restrict is going to go to that B side almost every single round, it feels like, and even with just one gun, Stratos finally able to make the stand. Really strong play out of 0 there, really big 3 kills for him.
I mean, we said it coming into that round that with a saving round from Stratos eSports that like 0 had to come up big there, and he had 3 kills and 2 of them basically on his own at the end there to clutch it. So nice play from him, and I'll be interested to see here, Schmeck, if Team Restrict decides to do something else besides going to the B bomb site, as you said. It's really not open for business anymore. And I think it'll be 0 almost getting caught out in the open there in bathrooms. He does get dropped down to 46, and he's going to fall back here with the help of his teammate Sarge. They will go ahead and surrender restrooms control to Team Restrict, and it is going to be 0 finding another frag there with that AWP. He has been absolutely lethal thus far in this game. It will be 0 getting pushed along here, and it will be Drubo able to find one there on 0, and it will be Planks able to pick up that AWP. Sarge also going to go ahead and find one there on Vex on site, and a lot of smokes coming in on site for Team Restrict here. He should be able to get that bomb down as a result of that. And it is going to be Hughes and Planks finding frags there. Jersey also going to go ahead and trade that out, so now it is going to be Dadass. Going to have to make something happen, but unfortunately for him, it will be Rexy able to take him out.
Unfortunate team kill there at the end of the round, but Stratos is finally, reaffirming their hold on the site. So 5 rounds is probably a good amount of rounds to be looking for as a T-sided team. So Restrict would love to get another round out of this, but I think they're probably pretty happy with the 5 that they were able to get. They're going to put the pressure on Stratos at the team switch at half.
What are you seeing out of Stratos right now that you didn't see for the 3 or 4 round stretch that basically they lost the rounds at? Those 3 or 4 rounds they lost.
It's really just it appears to be just really who's winning the fights, and if you hit your shots, you're gonna win the rounds. If you don't, you won't. It's simple as that. It's kind of easy to say, but it didn't seem like they were doing anything any different. They weren't putting more pressure on. They weren't stacking a site. They just seemed to their holds seemed to work as they were intended, as opposed to those rounds that they lost.
And so with that round victory coming in from Stratos eSports, they will pick up 10 for the first half. Team Restrict picking up at 5. And as you mentioned just there earlier, Schmeck, 5 rounds on T side on Overpass. You got to be pretty happy with yourself.
Yeah, you're not going to be absolutely thrilled, but you've definitely done your job. You've put yourself in a position to win. The game's by no means over here. So this pistol round is going to be absolutely huge. If Restrict is able to pick up this pistol, they're going to pretty much make this a tie game and be on the advantageous side. Stratos is absolutely looking to win this pistol, so it's going to be interesting to see if they also kind of rush a site like we saw Restrict do, or if we're going to see more of a passive play. It kind of looked from their CT holds that they were really calculated and passive, so I'm kind of expecting maybe an execute out of them here.
What do you think that, obviously Team Restrict, they need to win rounds to get back in this game. As simple as that. But what do they need to do really kind of specifically on their CT to win rounds against Stratos eSports when Stratos is on the T side?
This is one of those maps where you really need to counter what the other team is doing. So if they're being put with a lot of pressure, they need to either, answer that pressure with some more pressure, or use good smokes and counter nades and try and keep them out of sight. If you just try and be stubborn and play, the game that you want to play and it's not working, you can find yourself down a lot of rounds really quickly, and especially in a 10-5 situation that can cost you a game. So they're going to need to adapt to whatever Stratos is going to throw at them here.
And I'll be interested to see whether it probably will be a quick execute, wouldn't you say, Schmeck? Just kind of a full-out rush. We're seeing a molly and a smoke coming in from Sarge.
Yeah,
here.
I would see we're about to see 2 smokes. We'll either see like a 2-part hit, or we're just going to see some running and gunning with some late smokes to try and keep the plant safe. So lots and lots of nades from the CT side, though. It looks like they're ready to counter flash and try and stall the T's for as long as possible.
And we do see all 5 members of Stratos eSports making their way more towards the A side, and it will be restrict Planks. Able to pick one there up on Sargent. It is going to be Zero able to trade that frag out. And so now it is just going to be a 4v4 as Stratos eSports makes their way slowly towards the B bomb site here. It will be Rexy, and excuse me, Q's here, making his way up towards the top of A there, the A stairs, trying to kind of shoot someone over the garbage can there, dumpster, and there really is not going to be anyone there, though. It will be Rexy getting this bomb down. Vex able to find a frag there on Zero with a nice headshot. It looked like Rexy was taking some damage there, but able to get the bomb down. So now the 3 members of Stratos eSports kind of just fall off site and almost give the site here to Team Restrict.
The bomb's in a place where they can step out and try and shoot the diffuser, so it's going to be a really close call in the end.
And it will be Watson and Q's able to find frags there. Dadass and Jersey able to pick 2 up as well. So now it is going to be Dadass versus Jersey. Can Jersey clutch this round up? He's not going to have enough time to defuse that bomb, and Jersey will pick up the kill as well.
Very big round out of Stratos there, seeing them getting the bomb down on the A site and getting the very important pistol rounds. So they're hoping that they could just get these 2 eco rounds out of the way and pretty much have 3 T rounds to win, and that would be something they absolutely can expect themselves to do. So Stratos in a really strong position if they can survive these ecos.
And so Stratos with 2 Galils and some SMGs and a couple nades for each person on their team, and they're going to go ahead and push out long pipe here. It will be Q's with that MAC-10 able to find the opening frag there on Watson. It will be Zero able to find the frag, and it will be Q's following him up as well with a frag there as well. And so now it will be a 5v2. It will be Drubo and Vex up for Team Restrict, and we'll see what they can do. It does look like Drubo and Vex are kind of just set up here for some exit frags, Schmeck.
Yeah, great exit frags, really quick. Or great attempts at exit frags, probably coming out here in a second. Sorry, what am I saying? But really good execute, 2 quick smokes, and they were on the site. They knew they had the advantage in firepower, so they just sectioned off a piece of the site and took it. And so if they're able to keep that pressure up, it's going to be really hard for Restrict to do anything about it until they get some guns in their hand. And even then, it's still going to be difficult. So really good play out of Stratos. Nice to see that they have some tricks up their sleeve, maybe more than we saw from Restrict early in the game. So it's going to be interesting to see if Stratos has some takes for the A site as well, or if they're really just going to favor that B site as we saw Restrict do.
With the scoreline the way it was coming in from halftime, was it key for Team Restrict to pick up the pistol round, or could they afford to lose it?
I mean, they can lose it, but it put the pressure on them that much more. Like if they were to have gotten that pistol round, then they only have to catch up a 2-round deficit, and they're on the advantageous side. Now we're going to see them having to pick up a 7 or 8-round deficit. So they've made it their job over twice as hard from losing this pistol and those ecos. So I mean, it's nothing's impossible, but they've definitely made themselves have to work way more for it.
And it will be Q's pushing out aggressively out of that long pipe, able to find one there on Planks, and this is just going to be a quick B-site take right now. It will be Jersey able to find one. Dadass coming in from behind, able to find one there on Jersey. Sarge going to go ahead and trade that out as well. It will be Watson and Vex here up for Team Restrict, and it will be Rexy getting dropped there. Excuse me, Rexy dropping Vex, and now it is just going to be Watson trying to make something happen. Not much he can do.
Once again, Stratos with the quick execute, taking the round. So this round right here is we're going to see the full buy. We're going to see if Restrict is going to keep up the pressure, if they're going to fall back and play sites. This round right here is really going to tell us if Restrict has a chance of getting back to this game. And with that win from Stratos eSports last round, they get 13 now. And it is going to be Team Restrict with 5 as well. So as you said, critical here for Team Restrict to pick up this first gun round, or actually first full buy for both teams really. We'll see what Zero can do with that AWP. It will be Watson also having AWP as well. He's going to be playing in that bathrooms position, so a chance for the both ops to square off here. Unfortunately though, Watson going to go ahead and fall back on to the A bomb site. And we do see Watson. A lot of connector control out of Team Restrict here. It looks like they're really not wanting to give up the backside of that B site, which could hurt them if Stratos all decide to push along.
And I was about to say, it looked like there was only one guy on A bomb site, and now it is going to be Drubo coming in to back up his teammate as well. So had Stratos kind of aggressively pushed the A bomb site like they did last round, I mean, obviously they weren't going to do that. They had, I think Watson had the intel. It wasn't going to be an aggressive push, but they may have been able to capitalize on that. But it is going to be very slow play coming in from Stratos right now. Almost look like they're trying to pick up some picks, and maybe get an opening into a bomb site. And it will be Zero getting that opening here. He's going to find the frag there on Drubo, so that's going to leave one member left on the A bomb site for Team Restrict. And that smoke coming in. It will be Watson with that AWP able to find a frag there on Zero. And now it will be a 4v4 once again. 4 AKs now up for Stratos eSports. And it will be Planks able to find Sarge with that M4A1S. Now Q's going to go ahead and put that bomb down in that all too exposed position. It is going to be Rexy finding a molly kill and saving his teammate there with a nice AK shot on Planks. And so it will be Q's down to 3, and it will be a 3v2 for Stratos eSports. Team Restrict will have to come out to get that bomb defused. They're going to have to pick up some frags as well. Vex pushing down here towards the outside of bathroom. He's going to get dropped there by Rexy. And it will be Dadass able to find one there in Rexy as he fakes that bomb. He's going to pick up the second one there on Cubes. And now, Jersey going to have to make something happen. Jersey will pick up the headshot there on the defusing Dadass.
Once again, really impressed with how Stratos plays those post-plant positions on the A site, not peeking until they know that the planter is committed to the defuse. Really strong play there out of Jersey to pick up that final kill after both of his teammates were taken down.
And there we
And
go.
with that, we're going to have to see Restrict try something different or make a change here. They're going to be saving for the tie round right now.
And so with this save round, almost basically you give it up to Stratos at this point with their arsenal that they have under their control. So probably we'll see Stratos at 15 here. And Team Restrict really going to have to win the next 10 rounds, which will be a little bit difficult. I mean, I don't want to ever count anything out there, Schmeck, but I guess it's possible, of course.
With the way Stratos is playing on this T side, it would be very unlikely, I would say, at this point.
And it's going to be Planks able to find one there in Q's. It will be Rexy picking up 2 as well. Planks going to go ahead and find a second. And he will exit the game with 2 kills. Rexy also exited the game as well with 2. So now it is going to be a 3v3. Sarge, Jersey, and Zero up for for Stratos eSports. Drubo, Watson, and Vex up for Team Restrict. And we do see Watson here playing alone on the A bomb site. And it does look like that bomb will be brought up by Jersey towards this A bomb site. Smoke coming in there. We'll see whether the other members of Team Restrict decide to rotate up here or not.
Looks like Sarge saw that B was mostly open, and they're going to head back towards Sarge.
And it will be Sarge able to find the frag there on Vex. And I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up the next 2 frags as well. It is going to be Jersey playing that bomb here. Sarge going to go ahead and watch long. And it is going to be Drubo and Watson, as I said before, up for Team Restrict. And they're just going to go ahead and push out here and maybe try to pick up a frag. Really not much chance. And it is going to be Zero getting dropped here. Will be Sarge able to pick up the frag, and Jersey will pick up the final one as well.
Coming into this potentially last round, Restrict is going to have to do something to take Stratos off this B side because they've been executing cleanly and consistently, and you know, Restrict hasn't really had an answer for that this far into the game.
And I mean, when the other team gets to 15, Schmeck, I mean, I never want to say, as I said before, it's over, but you literally have to play flawlessly. One mistake and you've lost the game, so it is pretty grim and dire for Team Restrict at this point. And as you said before, with the way that Stratos eSports is playing, it wouldn't be surprising if they go ahead and do pick up this round, win this game as a result.
Restrict's on the side that they need to get 10 rounds in a row, but it's still not going to be easy.
And so it will be Sarge and Rexy able to pick up frags there. Q's also finding one as well. So Planks and Dadass going to have to go ahead and do the work of a full team here against the remaining 5 members from Stratos eSports. And this almost gets worse and worse for Team Restrict here. It will be Jersey pushing out, able to take out Dadass. And now Planks will be the last member up. He's going to go ahead and push in and get dropped as well. So there it goes. Stratos eSports picking up the victory, 16-5 over Team Restrict.